There's something interesting. Xavier posted on my Facebook timeline. If you collapse an underwater bubble with a sound wave, light is produced, and nobody knows why. That's pretty cool. Like the Genesis account. In the beginning, the Spirit of God was moving over the face of the waters, face of the deep, of the darkness. And God said, let there be light. Spoke, sound, let there be light. Haya or. And there was light. Pretty cool, huh? You told your buddy at work who thinks that the universe is light years across and the flat earth theory, and he said, oh, you told him about it? You think the earth is flat? I don't think the earth is flat. I have a problem with people. I don't know. Some people think I tell them that the earth is flat. I don't say it's flat. He said that you're not a man of God if you believe that. But I then pointed out to him that it was in the Bible that earth was created. Like in the likes of a disc. No, it wasn't. It's not flat, right? I tell people the earth is concave. It curves upward. It doesn't rotate, but it's definitely not flat. Now, there's been geodetic experiments that show the earth actually curves upward. It's an optical illusion. You ever hear of the concave earth theory? Cyrus Teed. Tamarack Plumb Bob Mineshaft experiment. The Bible says the earth is... It says that heaven is inside the earth. Job 38:33. The verse in Isaiah 40 talks about the circle of the earth. They're not talking about a disc. There's a good video that, if I can find it. You're lost. Okay, well, you know what? It's okay. It's a stepping stone. A lot of people come to the concave earth understanding after they've already rejected heliocentricity, then geocentricity, and some people might accept the flat earth, and then finally the concave earth. This video is made by the Polish people that believe in the concave earth theory. They say, where do we live according to the Bible? Does the Bible say anything about the shape of the earth? Does it support the claim that earth is a solid sphere with an iron core inside? Or maybe it has a completely different view on which the earth looks like. They can't really speak good English. Many will probably automatically recall the idea of a flat earth. We will see where does it come from and if it really has any scriptural reason. First of all, we need to do some lingual research. On this picture, we have two dialects presented. On the left, there is a Paleo Hebrew writing. In other words, it is an old Hebrew language. It is the one that all the Israelites used before the Babylonian captivity that occurred in 586 BC. During the custody and after it ended in 538 BC, Israelites slowly forgot their native language and adopted the one on the right, the Aramaic dialect. It was the language of the Babylon. Today, it is considered as the original language of the Old Testament, so-called Hebrew. By comparing these two, we can clearly see that these two are completely different writings. The picture on the left presents a fragment of the Samaritan Pentateuch. It uses the Samaritan alphabet, which is closely related to Paleo Hebrew. The Greek translation of the original Hebrew, Paleo Hebrew, is called Septuagint. It was made after the turn of the 3rd and 2nd century BC. It was commonly used by the Christians of that time. The translation on the right is from the 4th century. Okay. Septuagint only survived after 700 years. In 405 AD, it was removed from the Roman Church and replaced by the Latin translation of Aramaic scriptures. Okay. Let's look at the verses now. All the verses are from the Septuagint. You can compare these with the other translations. Isaiah 40, verse 22. It is he that comprehends, not sits upon, comprehends the circle of the earth. And the inhabitants in it are as grasshoppers. He that set up the heaven as a chamber and stretched it out as a tent to dwell in. Greek Septuagint can be found here. Okay, the word upov, circle, is a variant of the word whatever. The etymology of this word means a circle, rim, perimeter that encompasses something that is inside. Alright. The shape of the earth is a rim that encloses something that is inside. We'll see later what it encompasses and what is inside. Is there a word meaning a sphere, globe in Greek? Of course. That means a ball, globe, sphere. But this word was not used. The translators of the Paleo-Hebrew text in Greek used the word meaning ring, for which they found in the original scriptures. What about the flat earth? The idea of the flat earth derives from the Aramaic word chug. This word found in Isaiah 40:22 is not the same as the original. It means something completely different. The underlined text above says earth conceived as a disk. What does a disk look like? Okay, so the Aramaic, they changed it to disk. It's not a disk. Is there a Greek word for disk that could have been used for such a term was found in the Paleo-Hebrew text? Yes. So the Paleo-Hebrew text did not use the word for disk. Okay. 2 more verses with whatever that word is. Heaven is described with the same word as the earth. I remind you that etymology of the word, whatever, is a rim, circle that encompasses something that is inside. What is inside the circle of the earth? Heaven. Job 22:14. The cloud is his hiding place, and he shall not be seen, as he passes through the circle of heaven. The circle of heaven. Heaven is inside the earth. Yeah. More disinfo. The heaven is also a rim that encloses something. What is it, and what does it all look like? See, so we got the earth rim and we got a heaven rim. There's 2 rims. This is what it looks like. This is the true nature, the true form of the universe. You are living on the inside concave surface of the earth. Heaven is inside the earth. Job 38 verse 33, King James Version. The ordinance of heaven is inside the earth. It takes dominion inside the earth. The sun is small, the moon is small, the planets are small, but earth is not a planet. There's a glass sky. You see the glass sky? It's all inside the earth. Concave earth. There's no spin to the earth. It's the heavens that are rotating. Heaven of heavens, core of the universe. Deuteronomy 10:14, Chronicles, 2 Chronicles 6:18, Nehemiah 9:6. There are, in fact, two heavens. The bigger blue dome is the heaven from Job 22:14. It's also called the firmament. What is inside the heaven? Actually, there's three heavens, right? The Apostle Paul said he went to the third heaven. I can show you. The third heaven is actually the pyramid. That's in some of my other later videos. You should check that out too. There should be something because we already know the etymology of the Greek word meaning a circle. Behold, the heaven and the heaven of heavens belong to the Lord thy God, the earth and all things that are in it. For will God indeed dwell with men upon the earth? If the earth and the heaven of heavens will not suffice thee, what then is this house which I have built? And Esdras said, Thou art the only true Lord. Thou madest the heaven and the heaven of heavens, and all their array, the earth and all that are in it, the seas and all all things in them. And thou quickenest all things, and the hosts of heaven worship thee. Isn't the sky supposedly never ending? If so, how can it be a limited circle? There is one more verse in which the word whatever was used. Sirach. Well, this is actually the Apocrypha, but it's still. I alone compassed the circuit of heaven and walked in the bottom of the deep. So you have a circuit of heaven, or circle of earth, circle of heaven. As we can see, the translators of the Paleo Hebrew text in Greek used the same word to describe the shape of the earth and heaven. They used the same word to describe the earth and heaven. Hey there, 275, how's it going? Which means a ring that encompasses something that is inside it. Bent sun rays. See, light is curving around the inside of the earth. I decided to describe one more verse concerning the bent sun rays from the hollow earth picture on the previous page. I will add more verses concerning different aspects of the subject to look up on your own. Who's interested enough would surely check them out. Check them and probably easily connect them with argumentation presented. Psalm 104:2, okay. Who dost robe thyself? Well, actually, I think this is a mistranslation. Who does cover thy light with a garment, spreading out the heaven as a curtain. Isaiah 40:22, we read that God stretched the heaven firmament like a tent or a chamber to live in. God created himself with light as a garment. Covered himself with light as a garment. He covered his light as a garment, with a garment. How can you cover yourself with something? Only when you are inside. The sun rays that hit the earth go back to the core of the universe, heaven of heavens, thus covering God with light as a garment. Well, covering God's light with a garment. Okay, that's a little primer for you, Robbie.